Michigan rappers King Sound and G Mac Cash just dropped a new hip hop single. The Butchers is out on all digital platforms. Make sure you tune in and check them out. The Butchers by King Sound and G Mac Cash. Links in the description. Make sure you check it out. YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple, regular YouTube. So make sure you go support these brothers, man. And peace. Oh, all right. Since Terence Crawford is bringing up negotiations with Errol Spence, since he's bringing up ancient history, let's talk about why Errol Spence is in Al Heyman's doghouse. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. Now, for the most part, what happened? Oh, jeez Louise, I ain't even tired. That just was a random yawn. But for the most part, what happened was Errol Spence was not supposed to take the Terence Crawford fight. Errol Spence went off cold. The plan was to get them 3 belts, freeze Terence Crawford out. Now, I don't know if he was aware of this plan or not. And, well, to an extent, he had to be aware of it. He's supposed to fight Keith Thurman, and then at 54, then jump up and fight Canelo Alvarez, right? That's what they was promised. And now, since he didn't fight Canelo Alvarez, he chose to fight Terence Crawford. They lost money. So they can't, the investors don't want to put no more money up, allegedly, for this all alleged, allegedly for the Spence fight no more. For Spence fights no more. Since he messed the bag up. So they don't want to put money up for nothing. Only people they probably put money up for is Canelo and Tank. And that's probably why you see them on pay-per-view the most. So at the end of the day, when Errol Spence chose to go off the plan, now he go fight Terence Crawford. Now how he beat Terence Crawford, he'd probably be fighting Thurman, then he'd be fighting Canelo. But him going his own way and fighting Bud, it messed up the plans and it messed up the money. Now, allegedly, also was said that one of the reasons he didn't do so, and I don't think I ever said this part before, one of the reasons he didn't want to fight Canelo because he wasn't going to get paid. Now, let's rewind back to when Deontay Wilder allegedly, well, when he fought Robert Helenius, allegedly he started sneak dissing Al Heyman, talking about these fighters need to get paid. They said that allegedly Deontay Wilder didn't get paid for the Helenius fight, and that's why he was granted his release from PBC. You know what I'm saying? So what they were saying about Earl is that he would have fought Canelo, Al would have reinvested that money allegedly back into the company, and he would have never seen that money, or he would have seen that money way on the back end. So for the most part, that was another decision why he didn't want to fight Canelo Alvarez. It wasn't Canelo Alvarez. It wasn't the fact that Terence Crawford fight was, people was telling him he should fight Terence Crawford, he should fight Terence Crawford. We want to see that fight. You promise, you promise, you promise. And he said that. I promised the fans. All right? That was a part of it. But also they said a part of it was when he fought, if he would have fought Canelo, that he wouldn't have seen the majority of that money, allegedly. That money would have went to back, Al Heyman would have reinvested the money and basically allegedly would have took the money. So that was a huge factor in him not taking that Canelo Alvarez fight. You know, they said that's what happened with Floyd Mayweather. That, you know, Floyd said he was over there in Dubai doing the gold deal and all that shit. That's cap. That's cap. I heard that shit was cap. That dude was in real trouble, and, you know, you got to listen to these interviews. This is why we're trying to get Kobe to listen to the entirety of these dudes' interviews so you can really piece it together. Like, he said, and when they're referring to Jake Paul or Logan Paul suing Al Heyman, he said, well, I'm still cashing checks from 10 years ago. You know, Al Heyman holding on to their money, and he paying it out in increments. Allegedly, he takes their money, pay it out in increments. They probably don't track how much money he giving you. When somebody this is why it's probably not the wisest thing to pay Americans every day when they get paid. Like if you did the job and they paid you on your way out the door. I mean, Americans, you know, would be broke and probably wouldn't pay no bills. If you got paid $200, $300, whatever you making every day, Soon as you walked out the door, it was on your phone. It was in your hand. Niggas bills would be gone. Niggas would be broke. Let's keep it real. Man, more than the average American to be broke. So let's keep it all the way funky monkey. Brass monkey, that funky monkey, doo-doo. Let's keep it all the way a humbug. So if he paying it out, they ain't tracking it, they ain't writing it down, you know, and then he accumulating interest on the dollar and paying it out straight. I know what he doing, allegedly. So that factored in him taking the Terence Crawford fight too. And like I was saying, he couldn't come back to the barbershop. Allegedly, they was harassing him about taking the fight, and Al Heyman never had plans of him taking the fight. The two end games was to freeze out Terence Crawford, and it was to do the Canelo fight. And all the promoters are against Terence Crawford because he has a business mind. Same thing with Bill. I'd be like, where all the hate for the Haney's come from? A lot of the hate come from, I'm telling y'all, a lot of these promotional companies, they buying bots to smear people's name on the internet. I'm telling you. Remember Michael K. Williams, who played Omar, and he played in Boardwalk Empire 2 amongst other things, and he did that documentary on Vice about, I think it was Vice, about how, you know, musicians was buying streams, and they buy these streams from people on the black market, and they got 1,000 phones set up in they house or in the room, and they streaming their music they buy streams to get their numbers up. They buy bots too. Where do you think all them bots come from when you buy Jordans, or you buy Nikes, or you buy something that you really want? It's sold out like that. Or you buying tickets, they buy bots. Think about it. Allegedly, you know, when these Tank tickets go like this, and then, or these Floyd tickets go like this, and then they all end up on aftermarket ticket sales, and they marked up 1,000%. If they doing that allegedly, you think they not buying bots on the internet to smear niggas' names and smear people fights? Absolutely. Bud exposed that they all cool. They all got each other number. They all working together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, of course, they buy anybody that's trying to break out the matrix, anybody that try to go independent and work the system and cut them out, rightfully so, they're going to try to discourage them. And to do what Roy Jones did, he had something similar. To do what Devin Haney doing and Bill doing, and to do what Crawford doing, dude, you got to be good. You got to be good. You know, look how them niggas in Philly was capping for Errol Spence. A lot of them niggas in Philly was lying for Errol Spence, lying on Bud in the negotiations and shit like that. Them was the main niggas. You think they ain't getting no pat on the back? Some of them niggas probably got a pat on the ass from Al Heyman. They never called a spade on Danny Garcia, ducking Bud, not supposed to fight Gerard. And this Al Heyman probably was taking care of them niggas with a couple dollars. The way they was buffooning and cooning out there, bruh. I'm telling you. And if the shoe fit, you know, wear it. I'm not talking about everybody in Philly. I got some cool ninjas out there. So they was really trying to box Bud out because Bud had cracked the business matrix. He said, I put Errol Spence on game about some shit that was going on. Most of these niggas just sign the contract and get fucked. Nobody really trying to learn the contract, learn the lingo, go through it. Anytime you get a business, sometimes you got the idea and somebody run the business. Learn the business. Don't end up like Bob Ross. Don't end up like these fighters. Learn the business. Take time to learn the business, bro. Take time to learn it. Even if it's your idea, take time to learn it, because these people will steal from you. They will steal. And that's why Earl and Al Doghouse, they never had the money for the Fondor fight, bro. They don't have any investors no more. That's why you only see them putting on a Zoo versus Fondor, Thurman versus Zoo. They don't have the money. Tank and Canelo, them probably the only money that the investors willing to put up. At this point, they don't have no more money. They're not putting no more money up for Spence after he fucked the bag up. If the money was going up for Spence and Fondor, it was coming out of Al Heyman's pocket. In my opinion. So yeah, Spence been in. I told y'all Spence was in the doghouse. And it wasn't just to the point that he fought Crawford just out of peer pressure. Or he wanted to get all the belts. The plan was never to get all the belts and be undisputed from Al Heyman's perspective. That wasn't the plan. They was never letting Terence Crawford in. Y'all be talking about all these black people and this person is black and we got to support them. We got to stop supporting people because of their skin color. Start supporting these businesses on product, customer service, punctuality, communication skills. Like when you go look up a product or restaurant, you read the reviews, right? When you tip a waitress or a waiter, you tip them based on what? The service. Y'all be talking about, well, we gotta support this person or because he black, or we gotta vote for Kamala because she black, and she not. But I'm not here to speak on that, but she not. No, we need to vote for people who gonna do right by us. We need to, support with our dollar for people who doing right by the community. If they black, hey man, it's a bonus. A little tip. If they white, Jewish, Arab, Asian, they trying to help us advance, so be it. Hate to say it at this point, but it is what it is. But I digress, but with Spence, he did some of this decision came off to the fact that Al Heyman was allegedly going to run off with his bag like he do some other fighters. So it just wasn't a decision where, oh yeah, I'm doing this. I do it for the culture. He doing it because he loved boxers. Nah. He loved boxing fans. He did this because Al Heyman was going to pony down on his bread, allegedly. Hold it and then pay it out. What happened if this man passed away? How does his money get passed out? Got to think about that for a minute. Yes, it's a crazy, it's an evil world we living in. Crazy one too. So I wanted to give y'all a little bit more clarity. On that, what Bud was saying, and some things he may or may not know. But hey, hit the link tree. Find me on X, Patreon. Check out the Patreon, super duper dope. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music. Appreciate y'all. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Box Room playlist. Peace.